the Long Island Tea Podcast.
I can't believe it.
3 years strong.
3 years strong.
We start every episode with saying, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
We're at the Gurney's Seawater Spa. We're at the incredible Ahika Castle.
We are on the beautiful Shelter Island.
At the Selfie Clubhouse. I mean, when do you get the chance to have Adventureland yourself?
Taste of Long Island. We have Besito.
Hi, neighbors. How are you?
Woo!
Hello and welcome back to the Long Island Tea Podcast, where we spill the tea on living your best Long Island life. I'm Sharon, and I'm joined by a very special guest, Miss Tea Talk, Miss Tiana Heath. How you doing?
Hey, Sharon, how are you?
I'm good. Now we say, how you doing?
How you doing?
I love it.
I love that. I love that, girl.
See, that's like a true New Yorker, Long Island. How you doing?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
So I'm so excited to have you because you're like a Jane of all trades here, right? I think you're with your media influencer, you have your own show, you have a few shows.
Yes, I have a few shows. It's been a while. We're talking about 12 years since I've been doing this.
That's crazy. So what made you start? First, let's talk with Miss Tea Talk. So that started before your other one.
Yes. Tea Talk started when I was 18.
Wow.
I was like straight out of college.
Wow.
Like I was like, you know what? Let me interview people, on Long Island, which was, amazing because the media space was different. We didn't have podcasts. We didn't have anything. So I was like, I'm looking up to Oprah. I'm looking up to Wendy. I'm looking up to all those people. And I kind of wanted to have my little show. I'm like, I can do this.
I got this.
Right, I got this. And I went to school for radio and television.
Right.
So once I got my bachelor's in Brooklyn College, shout out to Brooklyn alumni, I was like, you know what? I want to interview as many people as I can. And I've interviewed over 200 people.
It's amazing.
And it's been so many people. So we're talking about artists, we're talking about cooks and authors and actresses, and I was on red carpet and stuff like that. So I've been pushing the envelope for the last 12 years and doing, that. I was like, oh my gosh. Like sometimes I'm like, I did all of that.
Right. This is reality. Pinch me, wake me up.
Yeah. That's I was like, wow. Especially being young, and now I'm about to turn 30 and I'm like crying about it. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
I'm about to be 30. I'm like, wow. Like it's been so good to be in the media space and to be respected, especially being from Long Island and just pushing that envelope.
Absolutely. So you were born and raised in Long Island?
Yes, I was born and raised in Long Island, actually from Brentwood.
Okay, so right here. That's awesome.
I was like, oh, this is down the block. I was like,
I can hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, this is walking distance. I love
awesome.
Yeah, so
Good.
I rep Brentwood, Long Island to like the fullest. When people ask me, oh, where are you from? Long Island, Suffolk County to be
exact.
To be exact. So it's been a journey to be from here and then to just give back.
Absolutely.
To the community.
And I think some of the people that you've interviewed, like you said, it's a wide range of different variety. I think, hip hop stars, rappers, culinary people. I mean, it's incredible. So how do you find what gives you the idea, I'm going to go out and interview 112 today?
Because I asked 112 to interview them. I just wanted to kind of, in that space when I was in, that was like during the pandemic.
Okay.
The pandemic didn't stop Tiana.
No.
It didn't stop Miss Tea Talk. No, it did not. I wanted to do people that I listened to.
Right.
So that's when I did like Bobby V and Twista and 112. These are artists from the early 2000s that made a big, huge impact on music. And I wanted to kind of give back because nobody was really like checking for them or seeing what they were doing.
Right.
I'm like, okay, I want to check for them. I want to see what they're doing.
Awesome.
And I reached out to them and I've been so grateful that people are reaching out to me now. So if I say I'm coming back out with Tea Talk, I have 100 people on the list.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my, I get a little overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God. But I have to think about all the work that I put in. We have, I think my show, Tea Talk, has over 200,000 views, collectively on social media.
That's amazing.
So girl, it's been,
and for doing it for that long, and not having that kind of media to rely on. Like YouTube wasn't that big.
No,
back then it was not really something people went to. And then I think you're right. During the pandemic, people just went to video and they watched it on YouTube, and that's kind of why we started this. Essentially,
right.
We're a marketing organization, so we couldn't tell people to come here during a time where things were shut down. So we said, all right, let's start storytelling, and that's what we did. And we're 3 years strong, and it's So much fun.
See, you guys been doing the thing. The last 3 years. I think staying consistent even for the last 3 years is so much, because I think we are in a society where it's like we start and then we stop because we see what other people are doing.
Right.
We got to keep going.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, they're like, how do you do this for 12 years? I'm like, there's an end goal here. I want to keep producing content and producing shows to my fullest and stuff like that.
And you're doing an awesome job.
Yeah,
I love it. And you also have Missing on Long Island.
Yes.
So I wanted to ask you about that, because I went in, before this episode, and I was looking at all of your content. I follow you on Instagram. I'm like a secret little stalker, because I'm following you where you go. You just got back from Vegas. I can't wait to hear about that.
Yes.
But Missing on Long Island, it's very different from your regular content.
Normal. Yeah, it was an epiphany moment. I woke up in 2019 and I kind of wanted to change the narrative.
Right.
I wanted to change. I wanted people to know that I can produce and I can direct and I can like have a team and write and to produce something that nobody has done.
Right.
You guys been here for a minute. We haven't seen a show called Missing on Long Island ever on Long Island. And I was just like, I love crime. If I didn't go to school for radio and television, I would have went to school to be a detective or a police officer. Yes, I wanted to solve murders at one point in my life.
Well, it's funny because I'm the same way. Like I'm, those crime, like I'm, Alyssa and I, we talk about this all the time. Did you listen to this crime podcast? Whatever. And it's if you're addicted to it like that, because
yeah,
it's interesting.
It's very interesting, and I wanted to do the spin. I'm like, you know what? Let me give back, like I said, to Long Island. So I just had an idea, like, I'm going to have a show called Missing on Long Island. I reached out to college kids.
Okay.
College kids are hungry.
Yeah.
When you want somebody to work, that's who you go to.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
people are like, how did you get this team? And how did you, because Miss T Talk, that is by myself.
Right.
But Missing on Long Island, I needed a team. I couldn't do that by myself. And I know
a lot of production.
A lot of work. But I reached out to people who I went to like school with, a lot of college boards. I was like, hey, paid gig. I need camera people for Missing on Long Island. And this was before I had the story. I just wanted the team first. Then we can figure out the story. So then I was working with Anthony Del Piano, Sabrina Carlo, Jason, and Andrew. And we created, it was 4 of us, we created one of the biggest things I've ever created. It was a story about Sophia McKenna.
Yeah, that's one I was watching.
Yeah, that one, we're at like 230,000 views. And that's no promo. Nobody invested in my show. That was like by myself. It was just, I was like, you know what, let's do this. When we came out with that, it went viral. Then people in different countries was picking that up just because we did that. And and for us to have that story was, we had to travel to Connecticut. Yeah. Because when they went missing on the Long Island Sound.
Right.
So it was
connection, that barrier.
Yeah, the barrier. Yeah. So she could have been, found and still in Long Island.
Right.
But it was one of the most intricate stories that I've ever done, and I was like, I didn't know I can create a show like this. Right. Hold on. I was like, I can, but the sky is the limit. If you want to create, you can. And I have another show coming out actually soon.
Are you spilling tea?
Yeah, I wanted to kind of like tell you guys first, come on and tell you guys about another show that I'm doing. But I want to keep being in my producer bag and really create stories. I always say, real people, real stories. That's where you come to me, and I created. And we did 3 episodes of Missing on Long Island so far.
That's amazing.
In the last 5 years.
Out of curiosity, are you doing anything on the Gilgo Beach?
You know what? People have been asking. People want us to do a little mini series,
a little synopsis.
Yeah,
I think it would be.
I think that would be really dope. I think that I want to present that. Because we're here, we've seen everything in real time, and that's another reason why our show did go viral a little bit, because I think something about the Gilgo Beach came out on Netflix, right? So there was typing in missing people in Long Island, and
right?
That's when they were
came up. Yeah,
they were like, "Oh, what is this?"
Yeah.
And then we came out with the second episode quick because we have to come out with this. But it takes a lot of time. You have to do these
That's
interviews.
what I was going to ask you. The production behind it, I feel like is a lot.
Yeah.
And do you still have the same team?
Yes. Well, just me and Anthony right now. We're still solid. I'm like, oh my God,
awesome.
we created a friendship over just being producer and editor, because he edits. He's such a great editor. And our minds are just the same. We're like, okay, this cut goes here, this cut goes here.
Right.
And it takes a while to do one episode, a year.
Yeah.
Because I have
getting all the facts.
The facts. You got to allegedly. You got to
Allegedly.
Yeah, because when I'm paying the narrator, I have to have him
Absolutely.
say that.
Yeah.
You know, and this is something I didn't learn in college. This is something I see on TV, and I'm like, I want to see if I can create this. It wasn't. I didn't have a mentor that told me, hey, this is how you should do things. I just went on and did it, and then Newsday saw it and reached out to me. News 12, I did a couple of I did a couple of segments with them because Gabby Petito's family reached out to us about that before that went viral.
Wow.
So it's like I do a talk show. I mean, I do Tea Talk, and I'm a detective at night.
Right.
Still. So it's
awesome.
it's crazy. I still have to like post when people are going missing. To this day on Long Island, they reach out to us, like, "Hey," I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Wow.
So it's like a whole different like Tiana, like that's Tiana Heath. I feel like I feel like Tiana Heath and Miss Tea Talk are two different
identities.
Yeah, identities.
So
and
true.
Yeah, and Tiana Heath works with that. Like,
Yeah.
So it's been
That's become your passion, I think.
it has.
You know,
I
I
want
think-
people to know like I'm gonna be me producing shows. It's going to take things to the next level of who I am and what I can create in my universe.
Right.
That I can create.
Now, you're also a media influencer, so you go out and
Yeah.
I mean, girl,
I'm outside.
girl, how many are you?
Yeah.
Did you clone yourself?
Right. See, you give me ideas now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get invited to a lot of events to come at and to come and, be a part of even like being on panels. I do like hair, clothes, makeup. Like I'm all around. And now like, this year I work for myself and I'm just, creating this whole like thing. Like it's gonna be
You're creating a brand.
a whole brand. Girl.
I love it. I
Sharon,
love it.
A whole brand.
So are you ready to spill your tea on your show? All right, let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to spill my tea. Something different.
Okay.
So you guys see, I do Tea Talk. I've done Missing on Long Island. So I'm doing a show called Til Death Do Us Part.
Oh.
Yeah. So this one, the heartstrings might, but So I lost my mother 2 years ago in January 2022, and I wanted to do a show about grief.
Okay.
But about widowers that have lost their spouse. So they were married. So my parents were married for 29 years, and I'm creating the show with my dad. Yeah. So it's coming on.
Heartstrings,
on Valentine's Day.
Wow.
Yeah.
This year, Valentine's Day?
This year, Valentine's
Girl.
Day. Yeah. So yeah.
You have to set. I mean, I can't wait to see it. Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
that is so sweet.
So it comes out tomorrow.
Okay, where can on your website or on your YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
YouTube. It'll be on my Instagram. Be on TikTok. It'll be everywhere. So I wanted to gear up, and I had that. I told my dad about it. I'm like, Dad, because I did a little preview of it. So I've been coming up with the preview. People are like, whoa, like you're turning your pain, like what you went through.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think that we don't see like married couples that actually like stuck together until they died.
Right.
We always see people that, divorces and scandals and this, that, and the
Right.
third, all that. But I wanted to create a show where you can see and hear about a widower and how they're living without their spouse and how they're grieving and about just love and that's why I was just like,
It sounds so powerful.
yeah, so that's what I'm doing. So it'll be very limited. Be just my dad.
Okay.
Till Death Do Us Part, and I'm coming. People are like, I have people that want to come on. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, so then that's when you create that community.
Yes.
People are like, oh, like my mom passed, and I think my dad would be good on this, and so I'm creating even that. And it's a different type of like show that I've ever done.
Well, I think that's what's so incredible about you is that you have like the talent, obviously, but I think your thinking process, the planning process, the ideas that you have, they're all so different. And I think it comes across on your channels. Like I told you, I follow you on your Instagram and like a secret stalker and I love it. But and then I was looking and doing a little more research for this show and I was like, oh my goodness, you literally have such variety.
Yeah,
I think, and that's incredible.
That's what I wanted to do. Do a little bit of everything. And so like this year I wanted to create like just more shows that make sense. More shows that, it's not about I can touch somebody.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yes.
You never know.
Absolutely.
I've helped people with missing people. I've helped people with the Tea Talk.
Yeah.
The platform is, like I said, real people, real stories.
Yeah, I love it. So funny enough, Nolan Santo.
Yeah, I do.
think that's hysterical because he's like, Tiana's coming? When is Tiana going to be here? And I'm like, no, what's up? Like, you're never that interested in our guests. Like, what?
Right.
He's like, no, I know her.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know about, and I told him this earlier that I was going to spill his tea, that he is a rapper. And
Yes,
he's got a really good Instagram page, but he's so good. And I think it's so funny because when you meet him, you would never know.
You would never know. And he's on my playlist too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever told him that. Like I listen to his music.
Yeah.
So I've been a fan of him for a while. He came
Yeah.
on my show like 6 years ago, and then last year.
Yeah.
So I've been always keeping up with him and his
He's
music.
awesome.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. It's like you would never know that this is what he does on
the side.
On the side.
I was like,
his side gig.
I was
You're
like,
a detective on your side gig. He's
Yes,
a
I am.
rapper.
Right. I love that.
I love it too. Well, I'm excited for your show, and I think that our hot teas listening better tune in because I think it's going to pull your heartstrings.
It's gonna be interesting. I'm so excited for people to see me to see me still differently. Like Tiana created this, and she's putting her family, and then people have seen my grieving journey throughout social media.
Yeah.
And say like, oh wow, like she's still going.
Yeah.
How?
Yes.
And I'm showing. You'll see.
How?
Yeah.
I
You
love
see
that.
how.
I'm excited.
Yes, thank you.
We should talk about our taste of Long Island, I think,
Yes.
because this looks delicious and it
so
smells
good.
so good in this room. The Taste of Long Island this episode is the Biscotti Company, founded by Bruno Logreco, a passionate baker with a family history of making biscotti from scratch. Bruno grew up with his grandmother baking biscotti using recipes that has been passed down for over 200 years, which is incredible. He has made changes to his ingredients and added some simple techniques to create a crispy, crunchy biscotti that has become a beloved treat. But I think I love having Tastes of Long Island because it really showcases our partners and different, venues and things like that, people don't know that this is a small little company. And has his grandmother's recipes over 200 years passed down. That's incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. Oh, they're doing a offering 20% off your first biscotti order by using promo code LILOVE20 at checkout when shopping online at thebiscotticompany.com. The promo runs until February 15th. I think that when we do these things, it's so awesome to have our partners reach out. And I was wanting to ask you, like, you follow us, and I wanted to know, like, how you found us and what happened.
Yeah.
How did this connection happen?
I think that I found you guys. It's Instagram.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, who's this? Oh, they have a podcast. I love following fellow podcasters or people who have stories to tell on Long Island. I'm like, follow.
Long Island.
Yeah.
Same.
I'm gonna keep repping y'all. I'm gonna keep repping
Exactly.
here. And I think that's amazing, especially like this beautiful studio, the editing.
So this is all brand new, which is
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, we put some blood, sweat, and tears into this. I say we, but really Chris, our videographer and content creative director, he built this from scratch, which is awesome. But we're thinking, like, it gets hot in here, so we have this fan going, and it's like, I don't know, it's coming along.
It gets I feel good in here.
Good,
Actually,
good.
Mhm. Especially with my little tea right here with the little mug. Let me get some
Cold water.
Yes, this cold water is good. I love cold water.
You just got back from Las Vegas, and we started to talk before the pod, and I said, save it for the pod because you have stories. It's your first time.
It was my first time in Vegas, and I'm just like, I love it.
I love it.
Like, and I'm like not a low key gambler, but I go to the casino sometimes,
Right.
like at Jake's.
Oh, you do? You go to
we'll
Jake's
get to that.
58?
Yeah, Jake's 58.
Oh,
So, the casinos were in the airport. I was like,
isn't it funny?
what?
And gas stations,
Gas
they're
station.
everywhere.
I was like, I couldn't believe it.
I know.
And then what makes it even cool that they're promoting the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So when I was there, it was just amazing. It was so many people, so many tourists, the buildings, the hotels.
beautiful.
I felt like I had some money. I was like, oh, I'm rich here. I was like, I love it here. I was like, this is, and I went on a girls trip.
Okay,
So
that's
my
what it
friends,
was. Was it
yeah,
for
my
just
friends,
girlfriend trip?
known
it.
them for over 20 years.
That's
so it
awesome.
was. We loved it. We loved it so much that we can just get out and get away. And we had itinerary. We did the whole itinerary like
You planned
a
your
month
trip.
before. Yeah, we planned.
Yeah.
So we're like, we're gonna be here. We're gonna eat this. It's
awesome.
Food is amazing.
It is. It's so different. It's so, like, the things that the best chefs, unbelievable.
Yeah, I was just like the strip. I was like, oh, this is like better than Times Square.
It's crazy.
It's
you feel like you're in a different world.
I feel like I was in a whole different world, and it was just amazing. I love Vegas. I would definitely go back.
I'm so glad you loved it because some people it's like a love-hate relationship with people. You know, some people are like I'll never go back, but I love Vegas. It's so awesome. And like, let me ask you, did you feel like you were tired at all?
Yes,
you did. I feel like I'm not ever tired when I go to Vegas.
Oh, I made a post. People were laughing at me. I made a story. I was like, my feet are on.
Oh, from fire. Walking. Yes. Yeah.
We did like 10,000 steps. Girl, yeah. I was like, this is my workout for the week. And I was like, this is it for me.
Yeah.
And it was good. Walking that strip and just being around so many people are happy.
I know.
Like I love that.
Exactly. It's fun. It's people are in good moods, you know, like they're all on vacation. It's awesome.
Right.
So speaking of Valentine's Day and things like that, do you have any plans?
Do I have plans for Valentine's Day? I don't know if I think it's a surprise. I don't know if I have plans. I know.
That's fun to know.
So I'll know by Valentine's Day. Honestly,
may or may not be surprised.
Yeah. No, I think I am. Right. I just don't know what I'm
I
doing for Valentine's Day.
Some things that are going on Long Island, like Galentine's Day celebration ideas for February 13th. We can go to Del Vino Vineyards in Northport, which we love.
We love that. The Sunday brunch at Bijou in Melville.
Bijou?
Yeah.
Another one.
Yes.
Amazing. Gurney's Igloo is my favorite. We're actually going to be recording an episode of the LIT podcast in one of the igloos. I can't wait.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
The Ohika Castle restaurant in Huntington. You know that's a tourist spot too.
And it's just so much fun. Yes. Like to go with your girlfriends and have a couple cocktails and sit on. I love it. Sunset Yoga at Soundview in Greenport. That's amazing. I wonder if that's outside.
Oh, wow. And then the Riverhead Cider House Igloos. Oh.
They just opened igloos in the Riverhead Cider House. That's so awesome. We do have a blog on our website called The Ultimate Guide to Romance this Valentine's Day for your dates and special someone or your Galentine. We have a giveaway alert.
So you can win 2 How You Doing mugs and to spill the tea hoodies for you and your Galentine. So all you have to do is tag your Galentine in our giveaway post on Instagram at Long Island Tea Podcast. And good luck, everyone.
I can't wait. That's awesome. Because let me tell you, Michael's wearing our Spill the Tea hoodie right now. I live in this thing. The way, I don't know what brand it is, the actual brand of the sweatshirt, but it's so soft. It washes beautifully. It's just like one of the, when you buy a sweatshirt and then like you wash it twice and it's shrunk.
It's over.
And you got to throw it out.
Yeah.
This one, I've had it for over like 2 years, I want to say. And it's literally like washes beautifully. It still looks exactly the same.
See, I love that.
It's crazy.
We have one for you.
Oh, in your
excited. I got one.
It's crazy. I mean, you're going to love it.
I'm
so winner.
Thank you.
Winner, chicken dinner right here. I love it. February break is coming up. Do you have any plans?
No, I have no plans for February break.
Because, I have to worry about the kids.
Yeah.
I got to worry about the stuff.
Yeah.
They're off from school for the whole week. And I always they go to like aftercare at the school, so they don't go to and my school does really good like notifications about signing up for like the holiday breaks and stuff. Guess who always forgets to do that? This girl.
Hello.
So I'm taking a few days off and I'm gonna go skiing again.
Wow.
Taking up skiing in your 40s is really fun. Do you ski?
No, I've never done. You're an adventurous girl.
I don't know. I turned 40 and I'm like, what? Who is this?
Right.
I started skiing for the first time like last month and I loved it. The first time I did it was probably 20 years ago and I was like not at all ready for it. I was petrified. I wanted to kill my husband because he was like trying to teach me. I never took a lesson or anything like that. But this year he's like, he helped me a little bit. And my son, he was 11, he is like an avid skier at 11 years old. And we only go like once a year. And he's like, I'll teach you, Mom. And I call my son Donald Duck because once he gets like frustrated at something, he like turns beet red and like blows up just like Donald Duck. Like it's the funniest thing. Not in the moment, it's not funny, but looking back, you're like, just don't Donald. So like the whole way up, I'm like, don't Donald Duck me because I'm nervous. Like I am petrified to go down this mountain. And he's like, all right, Mom, I got you. And he did. He was fantastic. Like he was so cute. He was such a good helper. So President's Day falls right after Valentine's Day.
Yes, it does.
And there are plenty of president sightings that we will be showing on TikTok, like the George Washington slept at the Sagde Coast Manor. And we have the Culper Spy Ring and Raynham Hall Brewster House, Mirabelle Tavern at the Three Village Inn.
Then we have the Sagamore Hill, that Theodore Roosevelt lived here.
So that was known as his summer house.
Oh, wow.
Did you know that?
No. I'm learning on the pod.
Girl.
Long Island
this is
tea.
incredible. So like the Sagamore Hill, Theodore Roosevelt's summer house, they actually had an impersonator there that will give you like a tour of the house and talk about everything. He's truly amazing. I don't know if it's the same person that was there a couple of years ago, but I'm sure it is.
Right.
But he, like, you would really think that you're hanging out with Teddy Roosevelt.
Oh my goodness.
The funniest thing. Hofstra University, Barack Obama's presidential debate was there in 2012.
Yes, I remember that.
I remember that too. Like I remember
I was in college.
Yeah.
So I remember that. Wow.
That's crazy.
Then we have Ronald Reagan was at the Mitchell Park in Uniondale in 1984. Wow, this is interesting. This is the tea.
Did you know Bill Clinton vacations in East Hampton every year?
I think I knew that.
You did?
Yeah,
I had no idea.
A lot of yeah. I feel like I see that.
I wonder if he has a home here. We should figure that out.
Probably.
So we have, in 2026 will be the 250th year of the signing of the Declaration of Independence.
Wow.
So we are having a whole program going on called LI 250, where we have a landing page, and we just recently did a logo contest that we had multiple entries of people from Long Island submitting their artwork to be featured as the official logo of LI 250. So stay tuned for that because it's coming out. We're going to be promoting it. It's going to be awesome. This weekend on Long Island, Friday, February 16th, you can go to the Parish Art Museum, rewind and play Thelonious Monk with Hampton's Dock Fest in honor of Black History Month.
Hello.
Girl, it's still February. Here we are.
It is. Then we have the East Wind Long Island. So Be My Valentine Dinner, Dance and Comedy Show. Okay.
I see. And all of it, our Taste of Long Island last week that you were talking about was they're a Black-owned business. She's amazing. I loved her story and the presentation that she gave us. I literally reached out on Instagram personally. I'm like, I just want to thank you because that was beautiful. The studio smelled gorgeous the entire time. And it was just a beautiful presentation. We love packaging, the way the way everything's handled.
I love a good packaging.
Yeah, it's all about the packaging.
Yeah, it really is. That's the seller point. That's the marketing seller point. All about the packaging. And then Jake's 58 Casino Hotel, Bistro's 58 Valentine's Week specials.
So fun. On Saturday, February 17th, the Stellar Center in Stony Brooks has their symphony orchestra.
Yes, and the Southold Winterfest.
In Southold, that's awesome. Yes. Gurney's again doing their Sparkling Point winemaker dinner. I love this. I'm jealous I can't make it.
And February 17th to the 18th, the Planting Fields and Camellia Festival. Am I saying that right?
I think so.
Yeah, Camellia. Okay, girl.
And then also on the 17th and 18th, the Long Island Game Forum does their lemurs for Valentine's Day.
And the Pinyard Vineyards and barrel tasting. What's it, barrel? Barrel.
I do it all the time.
Barrel.
It's
that double R. It's that double R
that I botch. And then Suru Wine's Valentine's Day wine and cheese pairing.
And then Sunday, February 18th, the Sands Point Preserve Princess Royalty Party.
Isn't that so cute?
They
is all
so
dress up
cute.
like princesses, and you can have a tea party with the Disney princesses, right?
And I'm Princess Tiana.
Oh, see?
Yes.
Girl, you got to go.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
And then we were talking about this earlier, United Skates. It's where it's at.
United Skates. Shout out to United Skates. I had my 13th birthday party there.
Oh, I love it.
Shout out to them.
And did you use rollerblades or did you use roller skates?
The one with the
The inline skates, I guess that's what they're
the
called.
ones
Like the
with
four wheels in the line.
The four-wheelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did those.
That's fun.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a good birthday. I saw pictures and everything from that birthday. It was a good one.
I love a good roller skating birthday party.
Yes.
They're doing their glow-in-the-dark skate with Pikachu and Black History Month hip-hop legends skate.
Oh,
awesome, right?
I love that.
So fun. So we also were like, we had so much conversation, and I'm like, listen, we got to save it because celebrity. Can we talk the Grammys? Because we got some time, and I know this is going to be quite a conversation.
Yeah, the Grammys. It was actually it was amazing to be on the West Coast during Grammy weekend.
That's right.
Yes, I was.
Oh,
it was,
right.
Yes, it was a lot going on.
Right.
Even like celebrities like went to Vegas after.
Yeah.
And everybody was there for like Grammy weekend. So just to be
gosh.
there.
So did you see anybody?
I didn't see anybody like specifically, but I did. But like on Instagram, I was like, "Oh my God, they were there! We were supposed to.
We were there an hour ago.
Yeah, we were there. Like Big Sean was where we were at.
Oh wow.
He's a rapper, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And I know like a lot of people were partying like at the after parties, like in LA. People going to Vegas because Vegas and LA are not. It's not
far.
It's not too far.
Especially when you have a private jet.
Yes, exactly. They have private.
That's my life goal.
Yes, a private jet. Oh my goodness. So I was just like, oh, okay. I was like, this is it, the Grammys was really. I saw a little bit of the Grammys. I was still on vacation.
Yeah,
but I saw snippets and viral clips and moments.
So did I. So to be honest, I didn't really stay up and watch it because I go to bed early.
I'm like, I gotta be honest on the podcast.
I did kind of watch the snippets like you're talking about afterwards, and some of them. Joni Mitchell, I think, first time performing at the Grammys at 80 years old. Incredible.
Yes, she did a lot in the music. A lot of people sample her in music.
Yeah.
That's how I know her because of people sample her.
Exactly. And, funny enough, I listen to Hot 97
all the time.
Yes. And they were talking about that the next day. They were calling out which artists sample her. And I'm like, oh my God, I love that song. Yes, I love that song. And I grew up in that music generation. And, my parents listened to everything in the 70s and the 80s. And, Neil Diamond, Joni Mitchell.
Yes.
All that. So that's in my soul, and watching her perform for the first time, I'm like, oh my God.
I can't believe that. That's been a while. It's so funny because I've always said I always wanted to be like 40 now because what you guys have experienced through music, TV, everything has been amazing.
Yeah, it is true.
So I love that. Right. No, for real. Because I'm like, my sister's in her 40s. She's actually about to be in her 50s. So I was like, oh, I love that. Like in the 90s, you was just like,
It's
you were just
so
a teenager.
funny because you think, you watch these memes that are like, if you wore this and you know what this is, you know what I'm talking. You grew up in the 90s, and I'm like, yeah.
I grew up in the 90s. So I'm so glad that you guys got to experience Joni in in real time then in her music than what she was sampled. That's a long time coming.
Yeah.
You're gonna do the Grammys when you're in your
in your
80s,
and she really, like you said, a lot of people sample her, and it's kind of like. What was the other one? They said it on the radio. I'll come back to it, but it's her story, her what she went through and her lifespan, and is really told through her music, and it's incredible.
Yeah, shout out to my girl, and I definitely Fantasia did the Tina Turner tribute.
Another one. Woo! Tina Turner is like my girl.
Yes.
And that was incredible.
Yes, it was amazing. She was wearing this beautiful gold dress.
Gorgeous.
I was like, oh my God, it's Fantasia. And a fun fact on that performance, that's the same song that she auditioned with on American Idol.
Oh, wow. That is a fun fact. Yeah. I didn't know that. I love Fantasia.
Yeah, me too.
She's beautiful.
She's doing really, really good. She was just in The Color Purple.
Yeah.
Now she did this tribute for Tina Turner. It's huge.
Huge.
Yeah, Tina Turner. Yeah, when I heard about that, I was like, oh my God.
I know. That was awesome.
So I'm very excited that she did that, and her voice is so strong and powerful. Yeah. And it was definitely amazing to see.
Did you watch sidebar? Did you watch the Tina Turner Netflix?
The HBO.
Was it HBO? Okay.
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
Yeah, I loved it. I was like on the floor.
I know. I know. Did you see the Broadway show?
No, I didn't see the Broadway
awesome.
show. I didn't see that, but I definitely did watch the documentary.
Yeah.
In full, sat on my bed and was just like tea, popcorn.
Were you sobbing?
Yes, I definitely was, because Tina, my girl Tina, she went through a lot. She didn't pop off until over 20 years in her career.
Right.
Simply the Best. And when that came out, she was in her 40s.
Yeah.
When that came out.
And what she went through prior to that.
Yeah, with Ike.
Just,
oh, God. Ike.
What else about the Grammys?
I loved Jay-Z's speech. He got like an honorary Grammy.
Yeah, we were trying. It was the Dr. Dre award,
Yeah, it was Dr.
right?
Dre. Yeah. He got that, and Dr. Dre was actually there for him to receive that. That was amazing. Blue, his daughter, was up there.
Gorgeous.
She's getting big. She's tall.
She's like 14, right?
Yeah, like 13, 14.
Yeah.
She's tall. And he was just speaking about metrics.
Yes.
You know, the Grammys is one of the most historical music nights of all time. You like getting a Grammy is like huge.
Yeah.
Your social status, your prices, everything goes up once you have that Grammy.
Yeah.
So he was basically talking about like Beyonce has over 32 Grammys, but never won Album of the Year.
Yeah.
He's like, that doesn't make sense. And we're like sitting there like, that's true.
Yeah.
Because she's been snubbed, I feel like, a few times.
Right.
But then, like he was saying, this is all opinion based.
Yeah.
Because this is an academy. You have over, I think, 100 or 200 people who are voting for these categories. But he did make a point. I like that he stood up for his wife.
Yeah, he's always going to, I think. He's always
always
speaking on her behalf, which, you know, they're a good power couple.
Yeah.
But that is interesting. I think I'm glad he didn't do it like Kanye.
No,
It wasn't it wasn't a
gosh, I
Kanye
remember
situation.
that. Yeah.
But did you hear Northwest has a song out?
Yes, she does.
Did you listen to it?
I heard like the little snippets.
I didn't hear it yet.
I heard the snippet with that they have a music video that just came out. It had like 2 million views in one day.
Wow. Well,
so
it's
that
Kanye.
was I was like, oh wow. So he's trying to come back, back out with his music. You know, his daughter's we're seeing we're seeing these celebrity kids in their creative stages in life.
And it not that it surprises me, but I kind of take it like they watch their parents go through what they go through, right?
Yeah.
I mean, in that, actor, or musician side of things, the power that goes behind it and everything like that. So, of course, you think that they're going to want to go in that same path because they see the fame, and that's awesome. But also, like, being that young and being put on display, like, she's doing it and whatever. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, North is very, very creative, even if, I know that she paints and she be singing and, and she's just like her dad.
Yeah.
So to see that in real time, like when I get older, I'm gonna see like Kanye's kids, Beyonce's kids, everybody's kids are gonna be like
that generation.
I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness.
I know, it's crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
It is crazy.
But it's just like a sight to see.
Yeah.
When that happened. I love that.
I love it too. And then Miley. I love her.
I love her. I love Miley too.
I really do.
Miley gets some flack, but I really like Miley.
She's got some flack. I think everybody does.
Yes,
everybody's got
it's
their
controversial.
Yeah, but she looked gorgeous.
She did.
I couldn't believe it.
She switched her outfit like 4 times.
Yeah, and every time I'm like, oh, what?
Yeah,
this is amazing.
Yeah.
Back to Kanye West real quick. I did hear, and this could be false information, and I could be lying, but Kim K and Odell Beckham.
Oh, I heard about that too.
Is this truth? Is this old news? Is this new news? What's happening?
Well, we're hearing, through TMZ. That's where I actually heard from that Odell and Kim Kardashian are
secretly dating.
They've been secretly dating for allegedly a year.
Allegedly. Let's put that in there.
Allegedly a year, and they're getting serious, and they want to put their relationship to the forefront.
The question I have, do you think Kanye is going to come at him like he did Pete Davidson?
I don't think so.
Because it's different.
I don't think so. Odell Beckham got a little different money than Pete.
Exactly.
It's a little different caliber than Pete. But Odell's young too.
Yeah.
He's like, he's I think he's younger than me. I don't know. He's a little bit younger.
Wow.
So I know he had a kid too. I think he had he's in the celebrity world, celebrities date celebrities. That's especially in Hollywood.
Yeah.
So how that's gonna unfold, that's very interesting.
I know.
So,
I'm eager to see what happens.
Me too.
Michael will have to tell us all about it. He's a Kardashian fan.
I know. I know. Kendall, everybody.
I love them all.
See you. Yes, we follow each other. I follow all y'all. I see everything.
It.
I'm like, click, 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 click,
yes. Do you watch anything good? Binge worthy?
I did. And it made me sad, but it was so good. I actually just watched Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, really?
Oh,
so good.
My goodness,
Tearjerker.
I cried the entire and I'm not like really emotional watching shows, but Love on the Spectrum season 2 came out like a few weeks ago, and I watched season 1 and season 2. Amazing.
Okay.
I love to see like universal love.
Yes.
And even looking at people that are on the spectrum and you know who have autism and seeing that on camera, because I'm not around that on an everyday
you don't
basis.
See it every day.
I don't have any, I don't see it on an everyday basis.
Right.
So just to see that and how that's being portrayed on camera, I think that was such a sight to see, and I can't wait for like the season 3.
I gotta watch it. I have to watch it. So I just finished my show, Bad Sisters, and I was so. Ooh, did you watch it?
No. What is that on?
It's on Apple. It's
Apple got some stuff.
They do. Stuff like hidden little secrets, and then you find them, and you're like, oh,
you can't sleep on Apple, y'all.
Exactly.
They got some stuff because I've been watching a little bit of stuff.
So I just finished it, and I'm so glad how it ended. I was just so happy. I talked about it a couple episodes ago, and telling all my hotties that it is like perfect ending.
I've never. I haven't seen. I've seen Love on the Spectrum recently, and I've seen Fool Me Once.
Okay,
that's like it was like a crime thing.
Yeah.
This year I'm writing down all the shows I'm watching so I can keep up.
Yeah, exactly. Because you forget. And then did I ever watch that? I don't know. And then you start watching it, and you're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, I want to keep up with the shows, the music, trips.
Yeah.
Pictures.
Are you going anywhere soon, or no? Because you just got back from Vegas.
No, I want to plan my 30th.
When is it? So may I ask?
Yeah, June 9th.
Oh, girl.
Yeah,
it's coming up.
It is coming up. So I think it's time to really think about what I want to do, because this is a really big birthday.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
You feeling good about it?
I'm feeling good.
Good. Oh, that's awesome.
30 is going to be something monumental, something different.
Yeah.
And I'm excited that I'm here. I'm healthy. I have my dad. Me and my dad are like close.
Oh, good.
Got him a cat. So
you got him a cat?
Got him a cat.
Oh, good.
Yeah, we have like 3 cats now, but I got him a cat. So just all of us, and so my cat's birthday is June 8th.
Oh, good.
So it's so cute. So I'm excited to just celebrate.
Now, are you planning it, or is it your family planning it?
I don't know. I want to plan it.
Yeah.
But I feel like people would, my friends and family have been so, ever since my loss, they've been so hands-on with everything and making sure like everything is, am I okay? Am I,
right.
But
checking in.
Yeah, checking in and stuff like that. But, girl, I think I want to plan it. I want just a nice dinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want a really nice dinner.
A really nice dinner.
A really nice, fancy.
We have plenty of beautiful restaurants on Long Island.
I need some. Yeah, I'm gonna get some recommendations too.
We'll talk.
Yeah, 'cause I wanna be like.
Yeah,
it.
like make it a night.
Yeah, make it a whole night. My birthday's on a Sunday, so I gotta make it
awesome.
a whole. I've been talking about my 30th birthday since I was 20. So it's been in the plans forever.
Oh my gosh! And then you turn 40, and you're like, it's just another day.
Oh, when I turn 40, that's gonna be really like. How was your 40s? How was this decade?
It's interesting, I have to say. A lot of surprises, and you're like, huh.
Right.
In a good way. In a good way. Listen, like you said, I wake up every day. I'm here. I'm living. I'm loving. And this is, what we do.
Family.
Yeah.
I asked my mom, I remember, I'm like, what was your favorite decade? She's like, her 40s. I was like,
everybody says that. That's what I keep waiting for. Is like
she was in her 60s. So everybody, my sister said 40s. I'm like,
everybody says it.
Yeah. So
I think it's you come to a point in your life where, you're mature. Not that you're not mature in your 30s, but like you're accomplished a little bit more. I think that's what it is. But yeah, I love 40s.
40s
good.
I heard it's it. So
yeah. Well, 30s
30.
was my favorite decade. I haven't lived through my 40s yet, but 30s was my favorite.
30s. That decade's gonna be very life changing.
Yes.
I definitely, a lot of things can.
I was pregnant with my son on my 30th birthday.
You was?
I was 9 months pregnant, and I've told this story before, but I did not want a party because I was 9 months pregnant, and I was like, did not want the party. A party was thrown.
Oh, see, they wasn't playing.
No, they were like, it was beautiful. I loved it. Yeah.
Oh, that's so nice.
But that was, a lot of cleanup.
A lot of stuff. You have a party, you You had to clean up.
Gotta entertain.
You had to entertain, smile on people's faces.
Yeah. You know.
Hey, and then you were pregnant at the same time, about to give birth.
Yeah.
Wow, you did that.
Fun.
That's a memorable moment.
So we planned Vegas for my husband's 40th birthday, and then it was COVID, so we couldn't go. And then so we planned to go for my 40th, and then I don't know what happened. We wound up going. It wasn't for my 40th, but that was the last time I was in Vegas. It was a birthday celebration.
Oh, okay. That's not, maybe my 35th. I could go over there and
do it again.
shake a little something.
I love it. So we are hitting time, I think.
Yes, we are.
I loved having you. I think we need to just be best friends.
Right, we know for real. This didn't feel like it went by super
right.
quick.
It's just so crazy how quickly it goes.
Yes.
Miss Tea Talk, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. This was amazing. This is good to start out the year like this too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good.
I love this. Thank you again.
Good. So with our hot teas listening to this fun-filled episode, they are going to want to follow you. So why don't you let everybody know where to find you?
So you can find me, Miss Tea Talk, MSTEETALK, and that's on everything. I got lucky.
You did.
I got really lucky.
You snatched that name real quick.
I snatched that name. Mm-hmm. It's on everywhere. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube most importantly. Yeah, YouTube.
All your shows are on YouTube. And tune in for your
so my Til Death Do Us part is coming out tomorrow. So I'm excited.
I'm so excited. All right, tune in next week.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.